You are Locked On Red Sox POSTCAST, part of Locked On Sports Boston, on the Locked On Podcast Network. Your team every day.
Well, I'll tell you what, that's a tough one. And it wrapped up just a few moments ago. Sox keep going to the same guys in the bullpen, night in, night out, day in, day out. It cost them plenty on Saturday. Kenley Jansen blew the save opportunity in the ninth inning. Chase Anderson, who you usually see when the Sox are either up 10 runs or down 7 or more runs, he took the loss as the Yankees are very much alive. We'll touch on that as we welcome you in to our latest edition of the Locked On Red Sox Postcast. I'm Steve Lennox, longtime play-by-play announcer in the baseball world, show host, satellite radio, ESPN radio. I've called games from the Tokyo Dome in Tokyo, Japan, Dodger Stadium, Target Field, Kauffman Stadium, Jacobs Field, Globe Life in Arlington, Texas, Granger Stadium in Kinston, North Carolina, and LeLacheur Park in Lowell, Massachusetts. We are providing reaction to every Red Sox game on the Locked On Sports Boston YouTube channel, as well as the Locked On Red Sox podcast feed, which, of course, is free and available wherever you get your podcast. On our latest Locked On Red Sox postcast right here, hey, we're talking about Alex Cora needing relief, whether it's going to be through trades in the coming days, and it's going to cost a pretty penny if you want to pick up a reliever in the market the way it is right now. It's simple as supply and demand. The supply is low, the demand is high, and teams who have a reliever, we've already seen it with a handful of trades. If you've got a reliever you want to put on the market, Tanner Scott, Miami Marlins comes to mind right now. You are going to pay. Tyler O'Neill, a couple of home runs, both putting the Red Sox in front. But the bullpen could not get it done, and the Sox were down 3-0, 3 batters in against Cutter Crawford. Both teams calling it a comeback. In the end, the Yankees do pick up the victory. We do want to hear from you, our everydayers and our first-timers as well. Join the conversation. Watching live on the Locked On Sports Boston YouTube channel, click the comment button. Introduce yourself. Give us your thoughts on tonight's tough 10-inning loss against the Yankees. Did you leave the game in the first inning when they were down 3-0? Did you leave the game in the top of the 10th inning figuring they did not have another comeback in them? Again, you can join us, hit the comment button on the Locked On Sports Boston YouTube channel. You can also hit me up on the X as well, at Lennox on Baseball, with questions or comments. Our latest episode of the Locked On Red Sox postcast is brought to you by Booking.com. Booking.yeah, the right stay can make you a fan of any city, even your rivals. Check out Booking.com for you stay today. So you go into Sunday, win the finale, and win the series. It would be the third of the season against the Yankees. And can you believe it? The Yankees do not come back to Fenway Park again during the regular season. I understand playing 13 games now against teams in their division, but put them in August and September. Don't let the Yankees and Red Sox play for a final time at Fenway Park during the regular season in the month of July. Come on. Be better than. Even if it was in late August, I'd be fine with it. I was all ready to say Zack Kelly against Aaron Judge was in the 8th inning. That was the big moment in the game. 1-2 pitch, Judge off the green monster. That scored a run, made it a 1-run ball game. Juan Soto was cut down at the plate. Jarren Duran to Ceddanne Rafaela to Connor Wong, 8-6-2. Soto ran through it. That should be a main storyline right now. But Kenley Jansen blows the save opportunity in the 9th inning. Trent Grisham got him with a 2-out knock. That play to the tying run. 3 runs against Chase Anderson in the 10th inning. The Sox need relief help. It's as simple as that. I don't know how you get it right now because we've seen the same cast of characters go back and forth between AAA and the big leagues. Who's down there right now that can come up? I really do think they've got to start. They've got to get some new arms in. Tyler O'Neill, 3 hits, 2-run double, 3 batters in, Cutter Crawford down. Crawford really disappointed in his outing. 4 2/3, 5 earned runs, 3 home runs allowed. Walked no one. I'll take that every day. But he struck out 5, but Crawford needed better tonight. Tanner Houck, Sunday, come on. You know, even 5 years ago, starting pitchers realized what it was. Tanner Houck should be going home from the ballpark if he has never already departed from Fenway, saying, you know what, I've got to go out there and I've got to deal. Hopefully, and I haven't seen the weather forecast, but hopefully there's no rain in the forecast for Sunday. Morning, afternoon, or nighttime. Because I bring that up because last time out at Yankee Stadium, Tanner Houck was going strong early on, and the rain delay affected him. It was only like 30-plus minutes or so, but it affected him, and he wasn't able to go deep into the game. Stroman went 3 1/3. Crawford went 4 2/3. 3 batters in. Soto, 2-run home run, and then Judge with the home run. But the Red Sox came right back. Yankees were up 3-0, 3 batters in. The Red Sox came back 5 batters in. They tied it up in the first inning. Wilyer Abreu, we'll get into him. He had a home run against Stroman. That got the Sox on the board. And at that point, I said, it's okay. Get one here. It's early. But later in the frame, number 5 hitter, Tyler O'Neill, delivered. O'Neill, 3 hits, 2-run double, 2 solo home runs. Hey, Tyler, you can get a home run every once in a while with a runner on base. But you have to have runners on base in front of you. We understand that. Let's hit the comments section. Chris Carter jumping in. What in the world is Rafaela doing at third base? Yeah, thank you. Thank you, friend. Let's get into that right now because that can't happen. That absolutely can't happen. Bottom of the second, E6 single double. A double steal. RBI single for Duran, extending his hit streak to 10 in a row. Second and third, nobody out. Then it was second and third with 1 out on a liner to center. But Ceddanne Rafaela. I did this in Little League with my son years ago. Rafaela is at third base talking with Kyle Hudson, but he's not on the bag. It wasn't a hidden ball trick, Adam Amin and John Smoltz on the Fox broadcast. It was simply Cabrera at third base. Hey, look what's going on over here, right next to me. Hudson didn't realize he didn't have his foot on the bag. It is his job, but it is not his job. Ceddanne Rafaela's got to be on the bag. He's in conversation. What is he thinking in that situation? What is he thinking? And they lose a run. They lose a run right there as Yoshida came through. Again, it was second and third, nobody out. Liner to center field, couldn't score from third. Ball, center fielder Grisham coming in on it. And then Rafaela is cut off at third base. Thank you, Chris Carter. Right there. Yoshida, 2-out RBI single. Even if it's second and third and 1 out, Yoshida comes through, it scores 2 runs. That's got to be talked about. I mean, that's Kyle Hudson, I'm sure, the third base coach for the Red Sox, is going to take ownership of that. But come on, this isn't Little League. I did it years ago. I was coaching third base for my son's Little League team, and I was adamant at third. I'll tip my cap to myself. I was a great third base coach. I told them first to third, second to home on any ball to the outfield. Always take the extra base. So small space between home plate. This is Little League and the fence. So I'm with the base runner. They threw the pitch to the plate. I'm telling him where he needs to get down the line. Catcher threw to third. Third baseman tagged out my runner. That was a 3rd out. That was in Little League. It wasn't at the major league level. Rafael in the second inning. Guess what? That can never happen again. Learn from it. Move on. But that cost the Red Sox a run in that instance. And again, both teams, if you're a betting person and I'm not, you've got to take the over on Sunday because gassed or whatever word you want to use, worn out, both bullpens are. Ferguson, Cousins, Hill, Tonkin, Kenley, Holmes. Holmes went 2 innings. Bye-bye. He's not pitching on Sunday. So Carlos Rodon, go back to the hotel tonight in Boston, get a good night's rest, and go to the ballpark tomorrow and tell Aaron Boone, hey, come out to the mound. I might fight you. Tanner Houck, the same thing. Hey, I understand the situation. Same cast of characters, both teams. All 30 major league teams right now. Relievers are not just used 2 days out of 3 anymore. It's every single game. Bernardino, inning in a third, scoreless. Okay, and that was kind of writing a storyline. But when Kowski gives up a run, then you see Boozer, then you see Horn, then you see Kelly, then you see Jansen. And it's on Jansen, too. Kenley Jansen's got to get the job done in that situation. And he didn't. And I'm starting to get on that line where starting to worry a little bit about Kenley Jansen. A couple of blown saves here. And I've said it recently in the fact of, hey, Kenley Jansen's going to hit a bump in the road. Well, right now he's hitting a New York City pothole. Tough loss. Red Sox had an opportunity to win the series. Red Sox had an opportunity to go a game over 500 for the first time this season at Fenway Park. That did not happen. You could have made the Yankees go back to the hotel tonight in Boston feeling really bad about themselves. the door wasn't completely closing on the Yankees. But if you had taken the series with a win on Saturday night, again, down 3-0 early on, and Stroman gives the lead right back, or gives up the lead in the bottom of the first inning, you're battling. You're battling all night. You've got the crowd on your side, and how about that? It's like they have at Fenway, it's like a gentleman's agreement or something. I don't know what to call it. When the Red Sox are doing well, you hear the "Let's Go Red Sox." When the Yankees are doing well, you hear the "Let's Go Yankees." You didn't even hear the Red Sox fans. I didn't at least hear it that often Saturday night. When they got the "Let's Go Yankees" chants got going, you didn't hear "Yankees suck" or "boo" to drown them out. They just kept going. And at the top of the 10th inning, I thought they had left. I thought they left in the 8th inning. But Yankee fans were there. When they got the 3 runs in the top of the 10th inning against Chase Anderson, they were right there. They were right there. So the Red Sox do fall. Now 55-48 on the season. I don't really want to see it get down to 5 games over 500 at any point here. I really, really don't. Wilyer Abreu had a night. He did have a home run in the victory. We're also going to talk about a couple of other plays involving Abreu and one that involved David Hamilton, too. That was very interesting. Steve Lennox with you, Locked On Red Sox Postcast. We're talking about the Red Sox tough extra inning loss against the New York Yankees. You want to hit us up with a comment? Again, comment section on our Locked On Sports Boston YouTube channel, part of the Locked On Red Sox as well. You can also hit me up on the X at Lennox on Baseball. Wilyer Abreu almost made a tremendous catch on a home run ball. Also able to escape injury as well. We're going to discuss that next. Locked On Red Sox Postcast. Again, series even at a game apiece. Brought to you by Supply House. Get supplies from the site that is made for the skilled trades. SupplyHouse.com. SupplyHouse.com is a reliable way to order plumbing, HVAC, and electrical products online. Their easy-to-use website is packed with helpful resources and the latest product information to help you get the job done and get the job done right. Shop a complete inventory of over 200,000 parts from over 400 top brands and get your order delivered right to your door with fast shipping from coast to coast. Need help with an order? Supply House has you covered. You get expert support and industry-leading service from the friendliest folks in the business, and talk to a real person every time. Pros in the skilled trades can get a competitive edge by joining SupplyHouse.com's free Trade Master program. Every Trade Master gets access to a dedicated phone line, free shipping, and discounts on every single order. Join the thousands of trade pros already benefiting from their free membership at SupplyHouse.com/TM. Order plumbing, HVAC, and electrical supplies from anywhere with just a few clicks at SupplyHouse.com. Locked On Red Sox Postcast also brought to you by Game Time. Game Time is the authorized ticket, is an authorized ticket marketplace of Major League Baseball, which makes getting tickets faster and easier. Prices on Game Time on the app actually go down the closer you get to first pitch. With killer last-minute deals, all-in prices, views from your seat, and their lowest price guarantee, Game Time takes the guesswork out of buying Major League Baseball tickets. Game Time app does feature last-minute tickets, flash deals, zone deals, easy to find and buy MLB tickets, and for every kind of event in your area. Views from all seats in the venue. What are flash deals? Flash deals allow you to save even more with the exclusive in-app deals on select seats ahead of the game or the event. Take the guesswork out of buying Major League Baseball tickets with Game Time. Download the Game Time app today. Create an account. Use the code LOCKEDONMLB for $20 off your first purchase. Terms to apply. Again, create an account. Redeem code LOCKEDONMLB for $20 off. Download Game Time today. Last-minute tickets. Game Time. Lowest prices are guaranteed. So a tough one for the Sox. Series even 1-1. Red Sox win Sunday with Tanner Houck on the mound, and the Red Sox will clinch each of the first 3 series of the season between the two clubs. Patriots training camp now underway. We do know that. First preseason game is what? Not this upcoming week, but the following week. Before you know it, opening day and kickoff to the NFL season right around the corner in early September. We want you to keep up with the Pats with Mike Debate and Locked On Patriots. Mike does have every Patriots storyline covered during camp for you Monday through Friday. Locked On Patriots, part of the Locked On Sports Boston Network. So a tough one. We want to acknowledge our everydayers for making Locked On Red Sox and the Locked On Red Sox postcast their first listen every day. Sox down 3-0, tied the game at 3, down 4-3, went in front, went from there and had a lead in the ninth inning, but Kenley Jansen blew the save opportunity, and they're becoming a little bit too often right now. Let's hit the comments. Andrew the GOAT. Andrew, I said it on Friday night. When I have a good nickname, when there's a good nickname out there, I was saying James Paxton. I was referring to him as Big Maple. Andrew the GOAT? Yeah, it's a terrible loss. It really is. I don't like Andrew the GOAT using the word choke. It's just right now you've got to be able to put this together somehow, some way. So I don't go choke, but they certainly blew on opportunity. They blew multiple opportunities. Did nothing in the bottom of the 10th inning. You walk away from the ballpark. I don't know what either manager does, Aaron Boone or Alex Cora, going into Sunday in the series finale, because you've got very little on both sides with the bullpens. So again, maybe expect another 11-8, 12-10 baseball game. But you know what? It is baseball. And tomorrow, hey, if it's 12-8 and that's the final score, yeah, we could have predicted that, right? We could have predicted that. But it also could be a 4-3, 2-1, 3-2 ball game. Likely? Probably not. Probably not. Going to be high scoring. But it's going to be up to Houck and Rodon for the Yankees to limit the damage, especially early on. Whichever pitcher has, 40-plus pitches, close to 50 pitches over the first couple of innings, that team's probably cooked for the rest of the night. Andrew the GOAT. Okay, I won't, but the Red Sox need to win these kind of games. Andrew the GOAT? That's why you're Andrew the GOAT. I agree 100%. That was a golden opportunity. Clinch the series on Saturday, play the finale with your ace and your all-star, Tanner Houck, on the mound. So I agree with that, Andrew the GOAT, 110%. You are right there. Absolutely. I agree with that. You can't miss out on those opportunities, especially, I don't know if they're Red Sox fans that are, fair weather. I don't know where they're at. Are there people who walked away from the ballpark, same old Sox, after the 10-inning loss Saturday night? I'm not coming back again this season. Come on. This team has some street credit right now. They've got some goodwill built up for me. I'm absolutely not going off on this team. And right now, I'll say it again, even losing in 10 innings to the Yankees, and yes, it's all about Soto and Judge. But with that, the Red Sox are built better for October than the Yankees are right now. I do believe that. It'll be real hard for you to change my mind on that one. It really is. The Red Sox are built better. Red Sox need to put the ball on the ground. Red Sox need to get their guys on base. Red Sox need to run the bases, put the pressure on the defense. Absolutely need to put the pressure on the defense. How about Matt Damon and Casey Affleck? They got a lot of love at Fenway Park on Saturday, both on the field during the pregame. Hey, best Casey Affleck movie. Not asking about Matt Damon. We know it begins and ends with Stuck on You with Greg Kinnear, right? They're promoting their new movie that's coming out, Instigators, on Apple TV. I don't have Apple TV. It looks great. It really does. I'm a huge fan of Matt Damon. I'm a huge fan of Casey Affleck. I love most of the movies that Casey Affleck has been in. By the way, there was sarcasm there with Stuck on You with Greg Kinnear and Matt Damon being Matt Damon's best movie. But I liked it. Yeah, they were in the booth when Rafaela and Hudson were chatting. It wasn't a hidden ball trick. Third baseman didn't have the ball. They threw it to the third baseman. Cabrera applied that tag in there. But Casey Affleck, Matt Damon in the booth with Adam Amin and John Smoltz. I wanted to get to a Smoltz note here. Smoltz talking about the Red Sox. And I like John Smoltz. I learned from an analyst, I want to learn from them. When I've worked with analysts in the past, I want to learn from them as their play-by-play partner. But Smoltz said something in the fourth inning where he said the Red Sox didn't get off to a good start to the season. Well, they went 7-3 on their first road trip of the season to open up the season. 10 games on the road. They went 7-3. That was impressive. They were also 5 games over 500 on May 1st. So they didn't get off to a great start. They didn't get off to a tremendous start. I mean, 7-3, they came home and lost the series to the Orioles to open up at Fenway Park and dug themselves into home, in terms of their record at Fenway Park to open up the season. But they didn't bury themselves in a huge, gigantic hole. Huge, gigantic hole. I can't believe I just said that. But they didn't bury themselves. They weren't trying to, I mean, again, they were 500. They were right around 500, a couple of games under, a couple of games over. Then they got on the run, and there were 11 games over 500 at the All-Star break. They provided themselves with some breathing room. But as Andrew the GOAT said, yeah, you can't lose, especially at home. You took 2 out of 3. Remember the Friday at Yankee Stadium a few weeks ago? And I put it out there. The best 3 games of the season for the Red Sox have been against the Yankees, including Friday night. Saturday should have been on that list as well. The opener in the series finale where Cutter Crawford was outstanding against the Yankees just a few weeks ago. It was in June. And then Friday night, Thursday should have been on that list as well as best games of the season for the Yankees. Do I have an at bat of the night? I do and I don't. I was going to go Tyler O'Neill, but you know where you go at bat of the night. And I can probably throw a Yankee hitter in there at some point too. But, Rafaela, or rather, where are we? Rafaela was the leadoff hitter. He grounded out. That was the at-bat of the night right there. That was the game in that bottom of the 10th inning. He reaches, you move the runner along. You got something going. Duran struck out. Abreu walked to keep it alive. Yoshida grounded out. That was the ball game. But my at-bat of the night was Rafaela in that 10th inning. Down 3 runs, you need that guy to get on base. Rafaela didn't do that in that situation. Second straight day, Craig Breslow pulls off a shade. Another Jansen in the mix. We're going to discuss that, plus some of our numbers of the night as well coming up. Lennox on Baseball is where you can find me on the X, formerly known as Twitter. You can also leave comments like Andrew the GOAT and Chris Carter did on our Locked On Sports Boston YouTube channel. We're starting to generate some interest here. I'm loving it, and I thank you as well. I'm not going to take advantage of you. I'm not going to take you for granted. When you're coming on with us here and you're part of the show, that's what we want to do. When we started this back in June, it was a matter of crawl, walk, run. I think we're just about ready to get up and start walking a little bit. We're there. We're out of the crawling stage of this because you're coming on board, joining the conversation. Verdugo, hustle, single into a double. Boy, I'll tell you what, Chris Carter, that was in the first inning. I want to get into Willie Abreu here as well. I got distracted there. It's not Andrew's fault, Andrew the GOAT or Chris Carter's fault. Willie Abreu in that second inning, Cabrera hits the home run. Abreu made the catch, went over the short wall in right field. If you haven't seen that, watch it. Abreu had the ball, went over the short wall, back into the seat. And if you've sat at Fenway Park, those seats are unforgiving. So when you're going back to the wall as the outfielder, and by the way, the Yankee fan behind, thanks a lot. Yeah, real nice. Can't help the guy at all. I don't think the Yankee fan helped that ball go out of the glove of Willie Abreu. I think it was just the contact. And very fortunate that Willie Abreu in that situation didn't get hurt. Big sigh of relief there. He was able to stay in the game. Had another play later in the game. I think it was Verdugo. And he might be feeling footsteps right now anytime he gets down that line where the pesky pole is and the short foul territory down the line, or even with the short walls and the bullpens. Abreu right now, not the yips, but just hear the footsteps somehow, some way. Again, numbers of the night, and the Red Sox add another Jansen as well. Craig Breslow's second straight day completing a deal. We'll have that in less than 2.5 minutes right here, Locked On Red Sox Postcast. Tough one. Series even, game apiece for the Red Sox and the Yankees. Yankees go home and probably breathe a great big sigh of relief. I don't know if the door was opened on Saturday night for the Yankees. We'll see. Red Sox need a great outing from Tanner Houck on Sunday night in the series finale. Locked On Sports Boston, your team every day. Locked On Red Sox Postcast, sponsored by Booking.com. Booking.yeah. With summer travel heating up, especially travel for baseball games, time to explore those U.S. cities you have always secretly wanted to learn more about. Yes, we're talking about your rival cities. Hotels, bed and breakfast, vacation rentals, resorts, and so much more on Booking.com. You might just find your perfect stay, even in your baseball rival city. A New York fan in Boston this weekend to catch a Yankees-Red Sox game at Fenway. Yankee fan on the Red Sox home turf in Boston. They want their Yankees to win. They're also excited to have that lobster roll. They want to fall in love with their waterfront hotel. From hotels that look over stadiums to family-friendly resorts, Booking.com has so many choices across the United States for your summer travel this Major League Baseball season. The right stay can make you a fan of any U.S. city, even your rivals. Book today on Booking.com, on the website, or on the Booking.com app. Locked On Red Sox Postcast, also brought to you by Prize Picks. Prize Picks, America's #1 daily fantasy sports app with over 5 million active members. Prize Picks is the easiest and most exciting way to play daily fantasy sports. Unlike other apps, on Prize Picks, you against the numbers. That's simple. You against the numbers. All you have to do is pick more or less on 2 to 6 player stat projections and watch the winnings roll in. Get in on the daily action with your friends and become part of the Prize Picks community today. You can now win up to 100 times your money on Prize Picks with as little as 4 correct picks. You can turn your $10 into $1,000. Even if you're looking for promotions this summer, Prize Picks does have you covered every week. From lowering select player stat projections on Tuesdays to help your lineup, or getting your entry fees back if you have a losing lineup on Friday. Download the Prize Picks app today. Use the code LOCKEDONMLB for a first deposit match up to $100. The code again, LOCKEDONMLB on Prize Picks for a deposit match up to $100. Prize Picks, pick more, pick less. It is that easy. Numbers of the night coming up in just a moment here as we get into our final segment here on the Locked On Red Sox Postcast. Yankees beating the Red Sox in extra innings, 3 hours and 38 minutes. Hey, don't forget, you can also keep up with the Red Sox with Gabby Herbert and her weekly show. Gabby does a wonderful job providing her analysis and storylines for the Red Sox Monday through Friday. This week's episodes include Gabby on Alex Cora being extended and Tristan Casas and his possible return in the coming weeks as well. Want to get to that Casas number or note here for just a minute. I don't even know where I have it right now. Here we go. Alex Cora did tell the media prior to Saturday's game that Casas could go out on a rehab assignment late during the upcoming week. Once that clock starts, if you're expecting him to return after a week, I don't think so. I think this is going to go probably almost to the full 3-week extent. Realistic to think that Casas is going to need all or close to all of that time. He goes out on the rehab assignment. It's 20 days for position players. So I expect once that clock starts, you'll have an idea as to when he's going to be back. But it's probably going to be sometime after August 22nd. Why do I throw that date out there? Well, it's my sister's birthday. We did not see Cooper Criswell. Again, he's coming off a terrific start Tuesday at Colorado. He's going to go into the bullpen. We did not see him on Saturday. And I wonder if that was asked of Alex Cora after the game because he pitched on Tuesday. You thought maybe an inning or so. There might be something there. I think it could be a great move for both. If you're Criswell, hey, I want to be with the big league club. I want to compete. I want to be with the big league club. I want to contribute at the major league level. I don't want to be back down in AAA. Now that I look at the note that I have here, Criswell, where was he on Saturday? It's going to be interesting to see how they use him. Ramped up as a starter. He's not a mop-up guy. But can he give you 2 innings and then come back and pitch 2 nights later? Can he pitch 2 innings for the Red Sox on Sunday? That might be part of the plan with Tanner Houck. Maybe they just go 2. Houck and Criswell. Sign me up for that. After especially the way Criswell pitched against the Rockies in that thin air in Denver on Tuesday in a shutout victory. So Criswell, again, going to the bullpen, not going down, and certainly deserving of opportunity to stay on the pitching staff. I said that after his terrific performance earlier this week at Coors Field against the Rockies. So the Red Sox did complete a trade for a second straight day. Craig Breslow is busy. Add another Jansen. Add a catcher. Danny Jansen, acquired from the Blue Jays. Jansen set to be a free agent at the end of the season. And I don't know if this is quantity or quality in terms of what the Red Sox are sending to Toronto, but they're sending 3 minor leaguers to the Blue Jays for Danny Jansen, who, again, is a free agent at the end of the season. So I wondered when I heard Jansen, and it was Passan, it was Ken Rosenthal. According to reports, Jansen and the Red Sox and Blue Jays were close on a deal for Jansen. It was completed, I think, even before first pitch Saturday night at Fenway Park. What happens with Reese McGuire? I do like it if you're going to keep Connor Wong's bat in the lineup. Get him off his feet, get him from out behind the plate, and let him DH maybe a little bit more as a right-handed batter. But Jansen, we'll see. I mean, the overall numbers aren't the greatest. Now you're getting analytics on how he frames, how he throws, how he receives, all those different things. Average to below average for Danny Jansen. But I think it's a move that can absolutely help the Red Sox. And I think there were some quotes from Red Sox players even before the game saying, hey, we're all for this. But with these moves, guys are going to go. And Reese McGuire, I don't think they carry 3 catchers going forward once Jansen is with the club. Now, what did the Red Sox give up? According to MLBpipeline.com, infielder Edinson Paulino ranked as the 22nd best prospect in the organization. The other 2, right-handed pitcher Gilberto Bautista, don't know a lot about him. Was not on that top 30 list. I didn't get into finding out where Gilberto Bautista was. Sorry, didn't do it. Another player, Cutter Coffee. Another Cutter Coffee going to the Blue Jays from the Red Sox, and the deal that brings Danny Jansen to the Red Sox. So numbers of the night. Red Sox had an opportunity. They didn't get it. Had an opportunity for a 4-game win streak at home for the second time this season. Had an opportunity to get 1 over at Fenway for the first time this season. Didn't happen. 1 under. Had a chance to clinch the series. Did not happen. Here's a number on Jarren Duran. Did extend his hit streak to 10 in a row with Saturday's loss. But Duran, you know how many stolen bases he has recently? Not a lot. 2 stolen bases in the month of July. He does not have a stolen base now in 13 consecutive games. What's on tap? Series finale. What's on tap? You're hoping you get length from your starter, Tanner Houck. He goes up against Carlos Rodon. Rodon, ERA almost a 1.5 higher on the road than at Yankee Stadium. He's allowed 21 home runs this season, 18 home runs to right-handed batters, just 3 to lefty hitters. He went 5-1 in May. Took the loss in his only start against the Red Sox so far this season. That at Fenway Park back on Saturday, June 15th. Red Sox won the game 8-5. Rodon went 5 innings, gave up 5 earned runs. He had been 7-0 in his previous 7 outings before that start at Fenway in the middle of June. And since then, with that loss against the Red Sox, 1-5 in his last 7 outings, entering the start against Houck and the Red Sox on Sunday. Did win his last start Monday against the Rays, went 7 innings, and struck out a season-high 10 in that ball game. Ceddanne Rafaela, 2 base hits and 5 at-bats, a solo home run against Rodon. Rob Refsnyder, righty hitter, 3 hits, 2 doubles against Rodon in his career. And Rafi Devers, 3 hits, including a double and 2 runs knocked in against the former NC State Wolfpack pitcher Carlos Rodon. Now, Houck, 6th in Major League Baseball in ERA, now 2.71. At one point was leading the league and leading the majors in ERA. Carries in an 8-7 record. WHIP terrific, 1.09. No decision against the Rockies in Denver. Houck owes the Red Sox not only a quality outing, which would be 6 innings and 3 earned runs. He needs to go a full 7. If he works into the 8th inning, I will be ecstatic, and I think you will be too. Here's one for Houck. Let's give the Yankee start. Back on July 5th. Again, went 3 1/3 innings. Got off to a strong start. Rain delay wasn't the same after that. But in his last 3 outings, Houck, prior to his last 3 outings, had walked just 19 batters total. And in his previous 3 starts, 10 walks. Let's see if he can limit the walks against the Yankees lineup on Sunday. Gleyber Torres, 6 hits, a couple of doubles, home run, 2 RBIs against Houck. Soto, 0 for 3, a walk, 2 Ks. Aaron Judge, 3 hits and 10 at-bats, 3 singles, no RBIs, 2 walks, 2 strikeouts against Tanner Houck as well. We are going to be on within minutes of the last out of Sunday's game, 7 o'clock start, ESPN Sunday Night Baseball, Yankees, Red Sox. You knew that was going to be the case, right? When you looked at this series and you looked at it, you knew NESN would be Friday night. Thankfully, it wasn't on one of those other channels or apps or whatever that I don't get. Fox, Saturday, that's good. Sunday Night Baseball, you knew that was coming. It was not going to be a day game Saturday or Sunday for the Yankees and Red Sox at Fenway Park. Our Locked On Red Sox postcast does follow each and every Red Sox game all season long. We do thank you for making Locked On Red Sox your first listen every day. We are free and available wherever you get your podcasts and also on the Locked On Sports Boston YouTube channel as well. Yankees, Red Sox wrap up their series at Fenway on Sunday. Again, the game on ESPN TV, first pitch for just after 7 p.m. Eastern. We are going to be live within minutes of the last out with our latest edition of the Locked On Red Sox postcast. Locked On Sports Boston is the number one place to hang out immediately after every game. Locked On Sports, your team every day.